This is Bangarang Radio, a podcast network. For more shows, visit bangarangradio.com.
I'm going out, I gotta go. I'll bangarang on the radio. So turn it up, I'm telling you. I think I'm ready for something new. Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza. Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza.
You're listening to Pop Punkin' Pizza on Bangarang Radio.
All right, we're on. I'm Jacques Lamour, your host. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Pop Punkin' Pizza. Today's show is brought to you by Vinyl Me Please. You can join their Record of the Month Club at joinvmp.com/Bangarang Radio, and also Audible. audibletrial.com/Bangarang Radio to get a free audiobook download and free 30-day trial. They have over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. And before we get to Dave and Evan of Night Terrors, I also want to remind you the Green Day tribute band I play in called St. Jimmy has a show coming up Sunday, August 20th, which is actually this coming Sunday, depending on when you're listening to this. That's going to be at Base Camp Pub and Eatery in Lisle. It's a 90s Palooza Fest. So not only is St. Jimmy playing, but there's a bunch of other awesome 90s tribute bands playing. St. Jimmy is going to hit the stage at 4:30 that day. Doors open up at 11 a.m. It's actually an all-ages show. Now, tickets are only $10, and you can get those at ticketweb.com, or you can visit bangarangradio.com, look for this particular episode, and you'll see that there's a link to the exact ticket web link to buy tickets for that. So St. Jimmy, a Green Day tribute band, August 20th. It's a Sunday, all ages, Base Camp Pub and Eatery in Lisle. So let's go ahead and get to today's show. I had a blast with Evan and Dave. So here's my conversation with them.
Just start the podcast.
This is how it's starting. Yeah, I don't... All right, so yeah, this podcast is starting off with a bunch of laughs today. I don't know what it is. We're not even high, but or maybe we are, and we just don't want to. Well, that it depends on what kind of context you're referring to. But anyway, let me give you a big, warm welcome. I'd like to introduce our special guests today. We have Dave Gomez and Evan Lewis of Night Terrors. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yo, yo, yo.
I'm happy to have you. Of course, Dave's been on the show before. He's making his triumphant return.
Yes.
And this time, you're actually with another member. Before, it was just you. You were still looking for members.
Yeah.
So.
Evan's out of the band. I just decided
just
You literally kicked me out before we got here.
like right as I was announcing your name, he's like, you know what? That doesn't sound good. Evan Lewis, Night Terrors. That does not. No, it doesn't work. So.
You gotta change my name or I'm out.
Something like that. But I'm happy to meet you, Evan.
Likewise.
We were talking before the show and like how, we maybe know each other or don't, and it turns out, Evan's been in some awesome local bands before the best local band, Night Terrors.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Don't forget that.
So I'm glad I finally got to meet you. So,
Same. It's a pleasure.
And Dave, of course, I haven't seen you since, what, was that Mest?
Was it Mest?
I think so. It was Mest at Reggie's.
It's really been that long.
That's the last time I can remember seeing
Oh my
you.
God.
Unless,
yeah, that's where I met
Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah, and you guys are like,
our mutual friend.
you guys talk all the time.
Yeah,
now.
it's crazy.
It's weird.
Super
Yeah, we
weird.
went to school together.
That's
Great
insane.
school, yeah.
That's crazy.
We got along because I remember she'd show up to school wearing like a Sugar Cult shirt. And I'm like, I love Sugar Cult. I'm like, oh, do you like Yellow Card? Yeah. Do you like, just, and then, yeah, it was all downhill from there. So,
Fuck yeah.
or uphill or whatever. But anyway,
Yeah.
so,
We'll make the whole show about Sarah.
We'll make the whole show
everybody-
just about
nobody
Sarah.
knows about
I don't even know if Sarah. Maybe Sarah will listen to this show.
Yeah,
I don't know
we'll
if
tell
she,
her.
I don't know if she watches or listens, but now she will because you're on the show. So anyway, so a couple things that I noticed that have happened this last week. Neck Deep announced they're coming back here to North America, both Canada and U.S., supporting their new album, The Peace and the Panic, which comes out this Friday. by the way, August 18th. You guys fans of Neck Deep at all? Yeah.
Yeah. I just got into them. They're so good.
I was going to say, I just got into them too, because it's hard for me to get down and dirty to some of the new pop punk. It takes me a while. So I thought, okay, Neck Deep, I'll give these guys a try. And I'm like, I really like this, because they have more of a, I feel like they have more of a rooted sound to, older pop punk. And I think that's why I'm attracted to them.
Agreed.
Probably.
Like the newer generation, Sum 41, New Found Glory, kind of like not afraid to use like bright colors and I don't know.
Well, that was one
They're
thing.
like fun.
Yeah, they are fun, and that's one thing I noticed about their artwork. You're talking about bright colors and cartoony and things like that. So, so I'm looking forward to the brand new record that's coming out this Friday. But the Chicago date is February 12th. They're playing Concord Music Hall, or maybe you say Concord. I always have this argument with people if it's Concord or Concord.
It's Concord, I think.
Concord.
Yeah?
I say Concord. I'll try to make that show.
I'll never forget. I would like to go to that show too. It's just so hard to go to shows these days. For me anyway. I'll never forget when the Projection played. I think it was our first show of our very first tour. We were in Concord, New Hampshire. And it's not Concord out there. It's Concord. So we're on the stage and I'm saying, "Oh, what's going on, Concord?" And we're from Chicago. And someone in the audience was like, "They must not be from around here." I'm like, "We just said we're from Chicago." But yeah, no, it's Concord out there.
That's strange.
Interesting.
Yeah. It is interesting. That's how things work.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah.
But I know Kevin Singleton from El Famous. He says Concord.
We saw him last night.
last night.
Did you see him last night?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he says Concord.
Does he?
You will not hear him say Concord.
Interesting.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I met him for the first time last night.
Oh,
We
really?
talked on,
For the first time?
Yeah.
Wow.
We
That's
might have
shocking.
met. We might have met in passing. I don't know. Like
I would think
we
so.
were like already Facebook friends and stuff. But
Gotcha. I would think
Yeah.
just from being in the scene for so long, you guys would have met before.
totally.
But he is a busy guy, so I guess I could see where that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, dude.
Kind of under his radar now, so it's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Kevin. Oh man, that's been a while too. It's probably about the same time last time I saw you. So.
Jeez.
Yeah. So.
That was last November.
But the
Oh,
mess.
when was the show?
No, that was over the. It was close to the holidays.
It was. Oh yeah, it was
Like
when,
Christmas.
It was snowing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was snowing.
That's right.
That's right. I wasn't able to make the second night.
That's right. Okay. All right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Shitty memory, man.
Yeah. No, it's cool, man. It's cool. Now I know Dave is a big MXPX fan like myself, and last week on the show I was talking about how they released that new live album online. They first put it out on vinyl, and now you can listen to it on Spotify and all that stuff. So I finally got a chance to listen to it this last week, because last week on the show I hadn't listened to it yet, but I listened to it, and it's actually, the way it was recorded and mixed makes it sound like you're actually in the room.
Totally.
Nice.
That's how I feel anyway, because whenever I've listened to a live album, I pay extra close attention on how they record it or re-record it or anything like that. And to me, it almost sounds like, I don't know what they used to record it, but it almost sounds like it wasn't recorded through like a mixing board and everything. Like it just sounds like you're listening to it, like you're literally in the room. You're listening to it through this, the house speakers and everything.
Yeah.
As the show is taking place. That's what I thought when I listened to it. I love it. I really enjoy the album.
Totally. It's important to capture like the energy
Yeah.
and get that crowd.
I don't know.
and
Did you get that vibe from it? Did you think the and at first I was kind of thrown off by it. I was like, whoa. I was like, what was this recorded with and all that? But
Yeah.
then I'm like, okay, this is actually cool.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you're in the room.
Yeah. They've been actually like hyping it up for like 3 or 4 years, I think.
Well,
Like,
yeah, they
was that-
record.
yeah.
It's from I think 2013 actually.
They've been like, or like I think the initial plan was like put out a DVD.
Well, there is, you can.
It's still coming out.
Well, I don't know if they put out a DVD version yet, but I do know that if you purchased the vinyl version or pre-ordered the vinyl version,
if you
they
got
were
a chance, if you were one of the lucky 1,000 fans that got a vinyl,
I was gonna say, did you?
No, I was
fan.
I literally went to the fucking washroom at work.
Probably
gonna get fired after you see this.
To try and
Whatever,
order it on your phone.
Yep.
So you
That's exactly what I did. Pretending I was gonna go take a shit.
Yeah.
Sitting there at the toilet, pants off, ready to fucking rock.
Damn it.
Fucking sold the fuck out, dude.
Oh,
pissed.
dude, I didn't even try, because I didn't have the extra money anyway, you know.
Yeah.
But I bet somebody's selling it on eBay right now for like $100.
Yeah.
Sell it to me.
Oh, speaking of, I spent $50 to get Everpassing Moment on vinyl.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's a classic
But
though.
it was worth it.
That's like so worth it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was
Classic.
worth it. It's one of my favorite albums by
yeah.
them. Anyway, I was just curious to, you being a big MXPX fan, what you thought of the live album, or if you
Totally.
had a chance to listen to it yet.
Totally. I'll be honest. I haven't really like sat down and listened to like the whole thing, but I did look at the like track listing and I listened to like snippets. I needed to like sit down and actually listen to it. I was more so stoked on the DVD.
Yeah,
Like I really want to get my hands on that. Like, because I don't know. Once you're like told something from the band or whatever, like you're like kind of like expecting that.
Yep.
And when they give you something else, it's like,
I agree,
no,
man.
it's like weird, but like I'll definitely check it out. I like that they played Darkest Places.
Yeah.
Off of Panic. I thought that was kind of
Yep.
interesting. I think
Well, I've
it's
heard
like,
them play that
it's
at
like
their shows.
Totally, but like I don't know. I just wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Like
There's
they kind of like shy away from Panic and some
there's some other
some newer stuff.
Yeah, there's some other songs on the live album that I was surprised that they put on there too, but I was really happy that they did. What I liked is, you'll be excited to know this. I don't want to ruin it for you, but they Heard That Sound.
Yeah.
There's horns.
Oh my god. Yes.
And it sounds so good. It's
Yes.
It's the horn section from Five Iron Frenzy.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
So they opened up the show.
No.
That night. No, they just came out and played horns.
Well, yeah, Five Iron Frenzy played that show.
Okay, yeah.
That night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
But yeah, Heard That Sound. There's horns, and I fucking love it. I love it. It's so good.
Underrated song as well. They don't play
It is.
Yeah.
It is. That was a good album.
They do play it though, but like not every. It's not a mainstay. It's not like My Life Story or like
Oh no.
punk rock show.
Definitely not. But anyway, so that was another thing that I really loved about it, because that was the first time, because I've seen them post pictures of where they've had horns play at their shows here and there, but I've never actually heard it. So.
Super rad.
I thought so too.
Original lineup. They're doing it, man. It's awesome.
I'm happy about it. So check that out in case you haven't checked it out already. Another thing, All Time Low, they had to cancel another show on their Last Young Renegade tour. I don't know if you heard, it's about a week or two ago. They had to cancel the show out in Florida because the air conditioning
Wasn't
unit
working.
went out at House of Blues. I forget which House of Blues it was down in Florida. So they had to do that, so they had to cancel the show. And now there's the show they're canceling now is all the way in Indonesia. It's in Jakarta, and this was a promoter issue, I guess. The promoter apparently didn't fulfill his responsibilities under the contract, so they tried to negotiate everything with him, and it just wasn't working out. I'm sure you guys have some stories you could relate to that, maybe.
Well, that's some horse shit.
Yeah. So they said this is something we absolutely hate, and there was no way to make it work. And they said they tried everything they could to make it work. But the rest of the shows are on for Singapore, Japan, Manila, and Hawaii. So
I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them for that excuse.
Yeah.
I'm proud of them.
Are you?
You know what's actually funny?
I'm just being a dick. Yeah.
Is I saw them play in Milwaukee 2 weeks ago at the rave, and that was the hottest show I think I've ever been at. And that's a massive building. And they kept saying it's like hotter than Warped Tour. All you people that came here instead of Warped Tour, we feel bad for you and stuff. It's hilarious.
Was it? Did they play the Eagles Club or there's the ballroom and then there's like the rave? Did they play the bigger room or the?
It was the bigger room. It was upstairs.
So it was the ballroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was massive, man.
Yeah, it's big up there.
Yeah.
I saw Fall Out Boy on their comeback tour.
Nice.
At the ballroom there. I think it's Eagles. Ballroom, I think, because I'm pretty sure the rave is the smaller room, and Eagles Ballroom is the bigger room upstairs.
Yeah. That was my first time being there. I was like blown away.
Yeah, that was my first time being there for Fall Out Boy, but that's been 4 years ago.
That'd be a sweet
Okay.
place
like
to see
that.
them. For
It
sure.
was really cool. It was a present for my fiance.
Nice.
And she, she's a big Fall Out Boy fan. I'm not as a big of a fan as she is. I mean, I like them, but not like she does.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I've been there, and I thought it was a really cool room.
Mm-hmm.
Sounded good.
Cool.
It's like beautiful in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was surprising. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
'Cause
neither was
surrounding, that's a really sketchy part of Milwaukee, I feel like. I remember going to the, I think it was a Taco Bell afterwards. That's right by.
I went there too.
And they, I think that's just something you have to do if you go to the rave.
Yeah.
You go to the Taco Bell right there afterwards.
Isn't there like a pizza joint that's pretty close by?
Is there?
That's pretty cool. Like it's kind of like I don't know, kind of hipster.
I have no
I'm sure
idea.
there's many.
No, it's like right next. It's pretty like that's the place to go.
Oh, okay. No,
Like $5 slices. It's kind of
No,
like
really?
Yeah.
No, I've never been there. But anyway, I just remember the Taco Bell had one of those, like a window where you have to like put your money in, and then they take
Oh,
it on
wow.
like a protective kind of bulletproof.
wow, it's really that
Yeah.
bad of an
But-
area.
I don't know. That's
Jeez.
the. It wasn't like just an open window
Yeah.
where it was all. I don't know what you call those boxes, but
Yeah.
it was like going to a bank.
Mhm.
Is exactly what it was,
Totally,
and I was like,
totally.
this is great. It's like when you walk into a gas station.
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say.
It's exactly.
just gonna say, yeah.
exactly like that. Bulletproof glass, and they got a little.
That's so strange.
Opening
Yeah,
that
so
you
they,
can
like,
slip
try,
money.
Try to like hand you your like your slushy sideways. Try to, like,
Yeah, just
I guess
pours
it's like
all
pouring,
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You ain't
like,
getting those tacos today, boy.
and you ain't getting that slushy or whatever either. It's
The freeze.
yeah,
Sorry.
the freeze.
The freeze.
Yeah, that's what they
Yeah.
call it. Yeah, but
Airhead.
Do you remember when we were obsessed with those back in the day? We used to go and get the Dr. Pepper one like all the time.
Oh, it's delicious. So good.
I always like getting the Baja
Yeah.
Blast because that's the only place you can
Yeah.
get it, right?
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
they sold it in stores for a short time, and they do that once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I like getting the Mountain Dew Baja Blast or whatever it's called.
But they're so
Classic.
smart with that because it's like, even if you don't have the taste for it, you go there and they're like, what do you want to drink? You're like, well, I can't get that anywhere else. It's like,
Right. See, that's why I always
Make it a
get
Baja.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So,
Genius.
but anyway,
Send us free Baja.
yeah, they should Baja and Miller Lite.
Miller Lite.
That's a great comp. You ever mix the two? It's so good.
It sounds terrible.
It's delicious. You got to try it. I'm just telling you this so that when you actually do try it, you're gonna text me.
It's like fucking phenomenal.
You're gonna be like, "Fuck you, Jacques."
Dude,
Why did you
dude,
do
I'll
this?"
tweet you.
Yeah, shoot me a tweet.
I'm like
dude.
way fucking late on this, but apparently there's like one Taco Bell in the city, Chicago, that you can like order like alcoholic freezies.
Yeah.
Here in Vegas, too.
No, that
I'm like way late. I haven't been yet.
I
but
think that happened a year or two ago.
Is that like still a thing?
Evan? Maybe. Do you know?
I know they had that in Vegas. It was like a 24-hour one, and they had like those huge rotating slushy machines that you could pull down, and they were all margaritas.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
It's
Yeah.
margarita.
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I think that's been a thing for a while now.
Damn, I'm way late. I need to go. Let's go right now.
I would love to. It's been a long time since I smashed down some Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I had Chipotle the other night, but
Sweet.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't. Not a Chipotle fan.
Yeah.
I love Chipotle, but every time I have it, I'm sorry. So.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I get people that tell me that all the time. They're like, "Oh, I get the shits. I don't get the shits when I have Taco Bell, but I get the
Yeah.
shits when I have Chipotle." I'm like, I don't ever have that issue.
Yeah. Everybody has that
Yeah.
trigger.
Yeah.
Like I don't like.
I guess
feel like
you and
have
I
to
are
shit.
lucky.
Yeah, I don't feel like I
Yeah.
have to. Even like White Castle, I don't feel like I have to.
Oh,
Like,
dude.
shit my brains out whenever
You
I
could
have White
not
Castle.
get White Castle near my lips.
Yeah, you
No.
can't
There's
pay me
no-
to eat it.
No.
Really?
hell no.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't
okay.
pay me
It
to eat
smells like ass.
Yeah.
It smells
Dude,
so
that's,
bad.
That's the best
I
part
imagine
of it, man.
prison food is pretty much what White Castle is.
That's a good comparison. I
Yeah.
bet it's exactly the same.
You guys are missing out. I love ass.
No way. Where's my yeah, there's the rim shot. Well, I was a little quiet. Let's try it again. Wait.
Let's
there
get some
we go.
claps.
You want some
I want a
claps?
fucking
You,
audience,
you,
man.
you
Yes.
keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna get some claps.
Yeah. Hey, everyone's got their thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's tuning out right now.
Everybody just click that exit button
Yeah,
right at
they're
that
like,
moment.
okay, that's enough. Yeah. Anyway,
I got my mom in the car, dude.
No! Damn it, Dave.
I just
Dude,
always
that should be your nickname. Damn it, Dave.
damn it, Dave. I like it. That has a ring to it. It really does.
Damn it, David.
David, that's right. David. David.
Wait, how do we say the last name?
Gomes.
David Gomes.
Fuck.
Bingo!
Can you redo this intro and like fucking introduce me that way?
David Gomes.
It's so French.
Like since we're
It
doing
is.
this,
That's funny because Jacques Lamour, that's so we're both French brothers now.
fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, David Gomes.
I'm about it.
David Gomes is brought to you by Miller Lite. The world's, or no, that's Coors Light. The world's most refreshing
The
beer.
world's worst slushy. I don't know.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway. So yeah, I just wanted, I try to talk about a couple things that have happened last week, in the pop punk community. So those are just a couple things I noticed. I'm sure there's other things. I never am able to capture everything. I know another thing that I saw was Green Day. They're splitting with their longtime manager. I did see that too.
Oh, really?
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, they're
They've
like
been-
the guy that's
1996 or something.
Yeah.
94.
Yeah, Pat's been with
Early
them
days.
since I think
Wow.
96 or 95. So
Damn.
I think the rumor is that they might sign up with the manager who has, I think it was Fall Out Boy and Kesha.
Yeah.
and-
Crush Management.
Yes. Yeah, so you read it too.
Yep.
But that was the only other thing that I saw. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting to see how that if it's going to change anything for Green Day or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Did they give a reasoning or anything?
No, there's nothing that has. I guess it came. I think the original announcement came from Variety, and
Okay.
there was nothing in detail as to why the split happened. Because it might not even be a bad thing. It just might be
Yeah.
maybe Pat is wanting to slow down.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, you never
Could be
know.
it could be something with his personal life. Could be that Green Day is ready for something new. Hopefully, it's nothing bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully, there wasn't a bad. Hopefully, it's not a bad breakup.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, it's still a good thing. But from what I read from Green Day Authority, which is the where I learned from it, I guess GreenDayAuthority.com, they had like a little relationship with Pat. They would email him to ask him questions and updates about certain things Green Day related, and he would always reply to them, which I thought was cool. Because I mean, being the manager of one of the busiest and biggest bands in the world, you would think he's not going to reply,
Yeah.
but
right.
he would always reply, I guess, even if it was like 2 words,
Mhm.
he would reply. So I thought that was cool to hear that he was that nice and that good to Green Day fans. But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen.
Insane.
It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to see what happens. But another a thing, I want to get your guys' take on this. Have you heard about this new anti-genre movement that's going around?
What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
No, I haven't. No. What
There's
is that-
this
what is that about?
anti-genre thing going around, and Paramore and Fall Out Boy are actually kind of supporting this.
Okay.
But
I've heard Fall Out Boy like I don't know. I'm kind of a Fall Out Boy nerd. I watch some-
I know you
so
love
I'm, like,
Fall Out
yeah,
Boy. Yeah,
watch some like interviews with Pete, and
mm-hmm.
he's all about that. Like I remember like it might have been Patrick actually. He was talking about how like rock and roll has like these rules that you kind of have to abide by, and like they want to like completely like say fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Is that kind of like why they had Save Rock and Roll?
Yeah.
I always thought that was interesting. I was like, this album is far from rock and roll, and it's called Save
Yeah,
Rock and Roll. I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
I think I definitely get what he's saying, though. But I don't know. I thought, what do you guys think? Should there be an anti-genre? Like, do you guys believe in genres? Or, like I said, I'm just curious as to what you guys think about it.
I do think there has to be genres just to be able to like, relate to somebody else's taste and whatever it is for whatever. I'm
Yeah.
a little like ignorant to this topic, to be honest, but it's
Well,
how I
no,
see it.
I mean, you don't have to even really know about it to just.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much
I just play drums.
right. No, that's exactly what it is. It'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
Night Terrors.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of music do you guys play? We're a band. We play music. Like that is your. There's no genre. Like,
But I think the selling point is what kind of music do you play, and you're able to relate that to somebody because they instantly go, oh, I love punk.
right.
Because I'm just a band.
Well,
Well, you
that's-
could be a pop
Yeah.
band
You
too.
have to call it something.
That's the
Yeah.
whole point I think of having genres, obviously, is so you can, it's all marketing.
Totally.
So how you can know how to find your audience and what that person likes. But yeah, it'd be weird to be like, so what's your genre? We're anti-genre.
Yeah,
we don't have a genre. Okay, well, what do you play? It's just, I don't know.
I think it's confusion, and it's just.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
But I just don't see how.
I can see why it would work for Fall Out Boy though, because they are every genre.
Well, it's funny. It comes from, it's coming from two bands that have changed a lot, and they've gotten a lot of backlash for it.
Yeah.
But they've also gotten a lot of support for it too. So I think that's also kind of where this anti-genre movement comes from. It's from getting the backlash, and so I think that's why I say I can definitely understand.
Yeah.
So
I could see it.
Yeah.
But for a band like us, I feel like it's almost necessary.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like
so next week this show this show is not going to be called Pop Punk and Pizza anymore. It's going to be called the anti-genre.
In 2017, everybody's trying to get rid of these labels and stuff. And
well, that's the thing. It seems like it's 2017.
Yeah.
Is do genres exist anymore?
Yeah.
And there's so many. If you think of it, just in the last 10 years, how many more new genres are there?
Yeah. Right.
I don't
know.
I can
only speak for myself when I talk about this, but like, in every band I've ever played in has been pop punk, and I've been playing in bands since I was a kid. So it's like,
you're still a kid.
I don't know. I'm still a kid. Totally still a kid.
I'm a grown ass kid.
Yeah. But so I don't know. When people come up to me and they're like, "Oh, I like your music because it reminds me of like old stuff," like. Don't get me wrong, I love every fucking compliment we get. Like, fucking love people that support us and shit. But, like, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be known kind of, like, for that. I want to be, like, forward-thinking. I don't want people to be thinking, like, oh, you guys remind me of, like, 2000, like, a certain year. Like, we get, like, 2003 a lot or whatever. And, like, it's rad. I love that kind of music. And I think it's kind of, like, in my blood a little bit. I think no matter what I play, it's going to sound like a certain thing because it's, like, I guess your roots.
Yeah. Well, I think that's one thing we were talking about last week is you're always going to be someone is always going to be comparing you to something, and you're always going to have that comparison because of your influences. It depends on who influences you.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, if let's say Evan, if he's like the biggest Travis Barker fan in the world, he might, his drumming style might get compared to Travis because maybe he emulates him so much. I'm not saying you do. I have no idea who you're...
It's funny that you do say that, though, because I'm trying to step away from it. Because
I'm
like, what would Travis do?
Totally.
Like, no.
Son of a bitch.
No, I wasn't.
You ruined everything.
Oh, boo. Boo. No, but what I actually had no idea because I've never heard you play drums. So I wouldn't know who your influences are as far as drums go, but that's something I didn't mention. Evan plays drums in Night Terrors, by the way.
Yes,
I play the saxophone in Night Terrors
in my spare time. And Dave is the lead vocalist and bass player.
Yes. So yeah, pop punk, dude. Fucking pop punk.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of like a joke. Like we've been writing songs, and like there's some of the ideas are like so simple. It's like, yeah, dude, fucking pop punk.
Pop punk.
It's easy.
The simpler the better for me, because I'm a very basic pop punk player. So
totally.
But anyway, no, I mean, I don't know who does influence you as far as drummers go. Obviously, Travis. You were just saying, but
my top 4, because you can't really ask me to choose. It'd be like Dave Grohl, Travis Barker, Derek Grant, and Ryan Dawson.
Okay.
And like I totally am like completely influenced by all 4 of those dudes.
I was going to ask you about Ryan Dawson because you got to work with him in another project. And what was he like? What was he like to work with? What were?
Oh man.
I mean, I just
probably the most patient dude you'll ever meet in your life. He's so nice, but like doing drums with him was like the coolest experience. He like just was behind the thing, like behind that wall, just like, yeah, do that the whole time. It's just like that energy of just like, great, keep going, and it's just like, man, you feed off of that so much. It was really exciting.
Yeah, I bet. What was one thing you were surprised to learn about him when it came to drums, and maybe you always thought he did drums a certain way, or how he practices, or how he writes his drums, or?
It's probably the most simple thing I learned from him was to not have my cymbals so high, because I always thought that he always played with his cymbals really high, and everybody did. I mean, Dave Grohl, you look at him back in the day with Nirvana, and they're like way up there, and like I'm in the studio with my cymbals just up, and he's like, "Dude, why are you playing so high? You look kind of funny." And I'm like, "What do you mean? Don't you play with them that high?" And he's like, "Nah, dude, I haven't done that since like 2008." So
where you been, man?
Yeah, so I started like lowering my cymbals, and I got faster.
Wow.
It'd take me so long to reach them. So even like a little thing like that I learned from
You're
him,
just you're reaching high, man. You have high expectations for yourself.
I'm like, doesn't this make me look cooler if they're like that high? You know?
You have to reach farther to like make the thing happen.
Exactly.
Especially making that extra effort.
Yeah, I was really surprised just by how like much he was a songwriter. Because I just see him as a drummer, but he's a great songwriter.
That's awesome. That's really cool. So, pro tip from Evan, from Ryan of All Time Low: don't play.
Yeah.
Don't have your cymbals so high.
Don't be goofy.
Don't be goofy. It would look kind of goofy. I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
So I'm since then you obviously have them lower.
I dropped him probably a good foot since then.
They were that high?
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. He's like, if your cymbals are above your head, you're probably doing something a little off. Yeah.
That's true. I feel like I'm trying to remember, like, from watching Travis or Trey Cool, if they have their cymbals up high.
Travis used to. There's some old videos of him with his hi-hat, and when he's like up here, his elbow ends up going above his head. But now he's
that would look funny. Yeah.
Probably fucking up his posture though.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Scrunch up your shoulders and shit.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. Let's get to our pop punk picks of the week. You guys down with that?
Cool.
Yeah. Sick.
All right.
Pop punk picks of the week.
3, 2, 1.
All right. So my pick this week is from a brand new band out of Chicago. They're called Lightweights. Have you guys heard of Lightweights yet?
I have not.
No.
They actually are playing their first show today.
Where?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember where the show was, but I know that Joshua Long, who is from the band, he listens to this podcast, which I'm very, very grateful for. So I wanted to give these guys a shout out, and they're going to be on the show sometime in the future.
Sweet.
But I dig their sound. It's an old school sound, so
Sweet.
of course I dig it. But not knocking the new. I'm sorry. I feel like every time I say I love the old school sound, I'm saying new school sucks. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're saying anti-genre, bro.
Yeah.
Come on. 2017. Sorry. Go ahead.
Do you assume my genre?
Did you just assume
Oh
my
yes!
genre?
Did you just assume my genre? Just like the Titanic meme. Oh, that'd be so good. Oh, we need to make
T-shirt idea.
We need to make that if it's not been made already. Did you just assume my genre? Oh, that's great. That is golden. Oh, I'm totally gonna use that next time. If I ever make a new band and they're like, "Oh, that's so pop punk," did you just assume my genre?
Against Me needs to make.
I'm
those
actually.
t-shirts.
This is actually
Yes.
hip hop. Okay.
Yeah. It's like experimental acid
Be a little more,
rock.
be a little more sensitive.
Yeah. All right. So Lightweights, they just had their first show today, Saturday, August 12th. And congratulations on putting out your first show, guys. I'm really, really happy for it. I'm glad that you guys came together to make this band because I really like it. So this song is from a 3-song EP that they just put out in July. And I like the last song called Black Box. So that's what we're going to jam out to right now.
We only exist on
Anyway, we were just talking about something else. Anyway, Lightweight's Black Box. Please check them out. lightweightschai.bandcamp.com. And they'll be on the show eventually. So yeah, another special shout out to Joshua Long of Lightweights for being a supporter of Pop Punk and Pizza. It means the world to me here. So that is my pick of the week. So how about we'll start with David. What did we say? David Gamaz. Gamaz. Yeah, David Gamaz.
Fuck, dude, I'm gonna have people coming up to me at the fucking shows like,
"Hey, are you David Gamaz?"
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing.
Oh
now.
my god. Because dude, like everybody and their mom watches and listens to this show.
Exactly.
Don't you know? Yeah.
Tune the fuck in. God damn it.
I know some of our fans were calling you Dale.
Dale?
For real. That's not a joke.
Like Chippendale?
Yeah.
You are a good Chippendale. I've seen you. I've seen you on stage before.
Dave, why don't you stand up and give us a little shake?
Yeah, give us a little shake.
I'm done.
So what is your pick this week?
I thought it'd be appropriate to pick Goldfinger. Their new record just came out.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to pick like an oddball. So.
Oh, you think this song is an oddball?
I mean, it's like it's not a single. So.
True.
It's kind of oddball.
Very true.
So yeah, my song is "Get What I Need"
off
of the new record, The Knife.
All right, and is this like your favorite song, or?
Probably, yeah. It switches.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Take a listen.
Since we smashed the window of that Northern California house, a safety pin in my ear on K10's bike, playing Bad Brains fucking loud, smoking weed on the streets in the California heat, spray paint on the walls, stealing booze, cracked a tooth, we had nothing else to lose, getting wasted to twist and crawl. Someday you'll find everything will be alright. I lost myself just to get what I want again. Lost myself just to get what I want again. Someday you'll see everything I left behind. I lost myself just to get what I want again. Lost myself just to get what I need. To get what I need. Fade away in my head again. Watch the days, the months, the years turn to rust. Skies are gray. Will I be okay? Watch the memories I made turn to dust. Someday you'll find everything will be alright. I lost myself just to get what I want again. Lost myself just to get what I want again. Someday you'll see everything I left behind. I lost myself just to get what I want again. Lost myself just to get what I need. Sometimes to get what I want, don't get what I need. To get what I want, I don't get what I need. To get what I want, don't get what I need. To get what I want, I don't get what I need. Someday you'll find everything will be alright. I lost myself just to get what I want again. Lost myself just to get what I want again. Someday you'll see everything I left behind. I lost myself just to get what I want again. Lost myself just to get what I need. 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 To get what I need.
Get What I Need, Goldfinger, from their brand new record, The Knife. That is David Gomez. His, fuck. That is never going to get old. Just like, did you just assume my genre? That's never going to get old either. So yeah, that's Dave's pick of the week.
Hell yeah.
How about you, Evan? Yvonne Luai. Louis. No. Ivan Louis.
Oh.
Louis. Sorry. How would my name go?
This is Jake.
Just Jake. Boring. Yeah.
Ja.
Ja.
The C in the K are silent. Ja.
Ja. That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with 7 Minutes in Heaven. LOTL. Song's been stuck in my head like all week.
I'm glad you picked those guys because I really am excited to hear this whole new EP in September.
Good.
Yeah, it is really good.
Fuck yeah.
It's funny. I was talking about Stand Atlantic too on one of the shows. They're also a Rude Records band as well.
Nice.
So, check. You know Stand Atlantic? Check those guys out.
I will.
A 3-piece, girl fronted.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, really, really good. They got a new EP out this September as well. But yeah, let's take a listen to LOTL.
Outside the lines, committed to our crimes. I'm living with this bug bite in my brain that's driving me insane. Tell me what it takes so I can live again. I can live again. I burnt the old house down and threw the ashes in the sea. This lucid dreaming, painful reruns of reality. Time goes ready or not, there's nothing we can do but hold on to what we've got. We live outside the lines. We live outside the lines. We live outside the lines. Committed to our crimes. I'm living with this bug bite in my brain that's driving me insane. Tell me what it takes to fix what I became. Tell me what it takes so I can live again.
So good.
Jam and a half.
Yeah, Live Outside the Lines, 7 Minutes in Heaven from Symmetry, which is coming out September, I think it's the 12th, right? Is it September? I can't remember if it's the 12th or the 20th. I did play Symmetry when they first released the title track single. That was, has that been a month ago already? Something like that. I forget which episode that I played that song, but anyway, I'm super excited to hear all of Symmetry.
Oh yeah,
Same.
pre-order is fucking dope. They got a
I just found out David Gomez over here.
Oh shit! What up?
Gomez
In the fucking house.
just
What?
you did gang vocals on that song.
I did.
Why didn't you say that?
I don't know. Whatever.
He forgot.
He just forgot to mention how. See, I think you're just so cool. You hang out at Seth's studio all the time, just waiting for gang vocals.
That's not necessarily. That's not the case.
I'm
but,
kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
we're good friends. Like,
Totally kidding.
Me and Alex.
Well,
like,
yeah, I know you
me
and
Alex
are
like we
friends.
live like 3 minutes away from each other.
Well,
so
yeah, and
it's-
Alex he's on
Island, our song.
right, yeah, Island.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, we're actually doing a music video for that song.
Oh, sweet. Is he gonna be
You
in it?
heard it first.
I heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
he's gonna be in the video. Yeah.
awesome.
So that'll be out later.
Good man.
Later this year.
They're on the road right now.
Yes. They actually had Van.
Hopefully.
Yeah, they had Van Tribbles last night.
Oh
so
no, I didn't read that.
Oh,
poor guys.
Let's pray for those dudes. I
Do
think they got it. I think they made it to the next show though. So
Oh, good.
They're
good.
good.
I'm glad. I saw
Yeah.
that. Saw another band had Van Troubles too, stacked like pancakes.
yeah, dude, I was just talking about them on the way
Were
here.
ya?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, just tell me about him.
Did they really on the Warped Tour?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
I just saw it. I don't know if it happened today or if it was the day before, but yeah, I saw a post that their van broke down, and
Damn.
so they're going to be buying a new one and trying to. I can't remember if they said they're finishing out the rest of Warped. I don't even know. Is there Warped is either done or almost done, I think.
Yeah.
No, that's depressing.
That sounds really
So-
depressing. Yeah, don't say that.
Yeah.
It's forever.
No. I meant for the summer.
No, man.
Yeah.
Forever
I
Warped.
meant for the summer.
Forever
Don't
Warped.
fre-
Still
don't freak
depressing.
out.
Forever
Don't
Warped,
freak out.
bro.
Yeah. I've been warped.
It's all year round.
I've been warped since 2002. So,
Yeah.
speaking of, I want to go on that cruise they're doing this year.
I want to live there
Oh, yeah.
and die on that fucking cruise ship,
Live and die on that rewind.
Titanic style.
Yeah. Did you just assume my genre?
Yeah, that's a stacked lineup, dude.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Fucking Cartel, Starting Line, Bowling
Oh,
for Soup,
man.
Good
Less Than
Charlotte,
Jake.
303.
Three.
It's like
303.
only the headliner bands too, right?
Pretty much.
It's
I
like
mean,
there's comedians, I think.
is there comedians?
I think so.
I don't
Well,
know.
being it's a cruise, they're going to be on there no matter what
Yeah.
because they have like the regular entertainment.
Right.
I performed on cruises before.
No shit.
Yeah, and
I gotta. Is it as cracked up as it's made out to be, or?
you know, it's an experience that I'll never forget. But I wasn't allowed to like interact with the crew just as much as I wasn't allowed to interact with the guests.
No, that kind of makes it not
So
fun.
I was in this gray area of just stay in your room, and when you perform, you perform.
So it's like you only exist when you're on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you do
Yep.
not exist.
No breathing.
Yep.
No
If you get hungry, go eat, but just stay in your room.
If
know?
you get hungry, we'll bring your food to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ring the bell.
We'll feed you crackers.
Yeah, we'll open the slot. You're not allowed to leave you. They lock you in the cabin. It's like a jail cell. They got they
Yeah.
put the little slot down.
It's the
slide
same
little
thing as the
tray
Taco
in there.
Bell thing.
I was gonna say they
Yep.
feed you. Did they feed you White Castle? That's probably what they did, right?
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
put it on the blender and just poured it right through the hole.
Oh God.
Yep.
Ugh. I don't know. Someone told me that it's like a really good gig to get, and you make a lot of money. But I don't know how.
Well, the money I made on it was enough to pay off the money I had to spend to get on it.
Oh well, that's
So, yeah.
so you had to spend money to get on it.
I had to
and
buy a
then-
passport. I had to pay for.
Oh.
actually had to pay for my room while I was on it.
What?
Yeah, because I was like in this gray area of being a guest, but not
Subcontracted,
being a
or
guest.
you were like independently contracted, or
Exactly.
Ah, that's where they get you.
Mhm.
Oh man, that
Excuse me.
nice.
Good
Brought to you by Miller Lite. Yes.
Beerburps.com.
Do I have a burp on here? No, I think I just have the fart.
No,
I think
there's
it's-
Sorry.
I think that's all I have. Well, all right. I'm having a lot of fun with you guys. We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, Davi, I can't even
Special
say
guest.
special guest. Yeah, special guest.
Once in a lifetime.
David is gonna.
You got a French accent or something you can throw into this?
No, dude, I'm
David.
We'll just fucking edit at that.
David Gomez.
I love the Millie Light.
I love the Miller Lite. Yes.
Makes me
It's-
feel warm.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So Dave is gonna play
Yes.
acoustic when we come back. If
Music.
he's not too smashed.
Music, songs, chords. Let's
Yes.
do it.
Chords, music,
Power
beer,
chords.
Singing.
pizza. All right. All right, we'll get back to the show with a special performance by Dave Gomez here of Night Terrors in just a couple minutes. Just want to remind you that today's show is brought to you by Vinyl Me Please. Vinyl Me Please is a vinyl record of the month club, the best record month club, in fact. Every single month, Vinyl Me Please features one album that is essential to the modern vinyl collection and sends it to thousands of members worldwide. We're talking special edition vinyl records that that you can't get anywhere else. So this is custom lyric books, custom colored vinyl, exclusive artwork, personal notes from the artist, and much, much more. The only thing that won't surprise you each month is how much you end up loving the music itself. Now, we know that letting someone else curate your record collection is kind of scary, so that's why you're able to swap a record out in case you already have it, or it's something that you're just not too fond of. It's not a big deal. It's something you can easily do. There's no contracts, no strings, no guilt trips. You can really cancel at any time. So join their record club of the month by going to joinvmp.com/Bangarang Radio. Again, joinvmp.com/Bangarang Radio. And we actually don't get anything unless someone signs up for that. So we appreciate the support. And also for Vinyl Me Please being a sponsor. And last but not least, Audible is also a sponsor. Go to audibletrial.com/Bangarang Radio to get a free audiobook download and free 30-day trial. They have over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. So audibletrial.com/Bangarang Radio. All right, let's get back to the show.
Sweet.
All right, we are back here on Pop Punk and Pizza with a special acoustic performance by David Gomaz. David Gomaz of Night Terrors.
And The Experience.
Which is Evan at this point. He is The Experience. So you wanted to talk about what you're going to play before you actually play it. So what are you going to play for us today?
I'm going to play a song called Heart Attack. It was actually a song from my old band. But lately we've been kind of in
That was Metal Smiles, right?
Yeah, Plastic Smiles. It's my old project. It kind of morphed into this band.
Yay!
Yeah. You
Yes.
know, just a new name. Just thought it was time to mature and get a little bit of a better name and stuff. And
like the cheese for the Cheez-Its, mature.
yes, a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't say mature, but you know what I'm saying.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I don't want to get deep.
I love you, Dave.
I love you too. Anyway, I'm not trying to make this a long ass intro, but yeah, the song's called Heart Attack. It's an old song. We've been playing it live and stuff, so
Sweet.
we might make it a Night Terror song. We'll see what happens. But
Awesome. Speaking of, hey, if Reese, if you're watching or listening to this, I miss you, buddy.
hello,
So
hi
do I.
Reese. We'll see you later tonight.
Yeah, we will.
All right, here we go.
Deep down inside, I know you know what's right. You say we tried, but you never gave me time, and you're already back in his arms. You'll never be the same in my eyes. What we had was meaningless. You ripped my heart out of my chest. I'm so lost, I don't understand this. Why'd you go running back to him? Now you despise everything about me, but you can't explain why. It's based on security, and you're already back in his arms. You're already back in his arms. What we had was meaningless. You ripped my heart out of my chest. I'm so lost, I don't understand this. Why'd you go running back to him? What we had was meaningless. You ripped my heart out of my chest. I'm so lost, I don't understand this. Why'd you go running back to him? Why'd you go running back to him? Why'd you go running back to him?
Yeah. Woo. All right. David Gomez of Night Terrors, but that's from Plastic Smiles. And I've been, I was lucky enough to actually play with Plastic Smiles a couple times with the projection. I liked Plastic Smiles. You guys were fun. But so Night Terrors, man, I'm all about Night Terrors.
Fuck yeah. The evolution, man.
It is. It's great.
Evolution.
I mean, I love both the singles you guys have put out, and I can't wait to hear what you do with the new, the new lineup you have now. So, Reese, I know Reese. I've known Reese for years. He's an amazing guitarist, amazing songwriter. And Evan, I know where you come from too. I didn't realize where you came from before, but now I know. So I know you've got some great clout behind you as well. So
thank you.
I can't wait to hear what you guys have in store for some new tunes.
It feels good.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Say that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the next song you're going to play?
I think we're going to do Island.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Which is one of the singles that Night Terrors has put out.
Yeah.
That does feature Alex Rogers of 7 Minutes in Heaven, by the way.
Okay, here we go. This one's called Island, Wasting Away.
Waking up to realize that something's missing. Shutting out my head, trapped in the darkest feeling. There's something inside of me, an islandless part of me. It's made me who I am today. Wouldn't change a thing. We were just kids that never found our way, wasting away, living just like we wanted to. Searching for heaven in the darkest place, wasting away, living just like we wanted to. Sweet dreams and palm trees, cracked knees torn up from the concrete. My motivation swelling, let's be honest, if you're jealous, I am too. There's something inside of me, an islandless part of me. It's made me who I am today, wouldn't change a thing. We were just kids that never found our way, wasting away, living just like we wanted to. Searching for heaven in the darkest place, wasting away, living just like we wanted to. Oh. Just kids that never found our way, wasting away, living just like we wanted to. Searching for heaven in the darkest place, wasting away, living just like we wanted to.
That's it.
Yeah.
Dang, Dave. Yeah. Where'd you get those sneakers, man?
Oh.
Oh shit. There's the fart.
Got the beer.
I've been holding that one in. I've been holding that one in the
In a
whole
world where there's only one rock star, only one genre.
Oh, yes. All right.
So yeah, you can download that song on the internet.com.
Theinternet.com? No, it's Night Terrors IL. Bandcamp,
yeah.
Right?
It's actually the Night Terrors Bandcamp is nightterrorsband.bandcamp.com.
Oh,
I don't want to get too.
My bad.
It's all good.
So nightterrorsband.bandcamp.com.
Yeah, everything else is Night Terrors IL though. Twitter, Facebook,
I thought so.
and Instagram.
Hey, you guys, I want to before we end the show, you guys have a show coming up. It's Friday, August 25th at Evolution Music in Downers Grove.
That's right.
Not to be confused with the other locations. They have 2 other locations now, or is it just the one?
They got 3 total. They got
Okay.
one in Orland Park, one in the city.
I thought he still had the one in Orland, but I wasn't sure. So, yeah, this is the one in Downers Grove. They're playing with Gold Route, High Wire, Ship Captain Crew. Love those guys. And Howl.
That's right. Stoked on that. So
Yeah.
It's going to be our second show.
That'll be good. All ages, starts at 6:30. You guys selling tickets for the show?
They're on Ticketfly.
Yeah, I was going to
believe.
say, I know they're on Ticketfly.
Yeah,
so.
we'll post a link somewhere.
Okay. Well, I know
Yeah.
ticketfly.com. You probably can type in Night Terrors.
It's
It would
part of
probably come up.
It's part of the High Wire Gold Route tour.
Yes, I did see that. Because Gold Route, I forgot to look up where Gold Route is from, but High Wire is from Chicago, or Chicagoland area.
Good dudes.
So,
Good
yeah,
dudes.
that's what I've heard. I don't think I've actually seen them live that I can remember, but
What's up, Mark?
it's a Mark.
Mark.
Oh,
It's
Mark.
a
in the
member.
band?
It's a member.
Oh,
Of
okay.
High
I
Wire.
was like, what?
I like looked over them like,
Who? Yeah, what? What?
It's a solo artist, bro. It's like,
Totally different. All right. So, yeah, if you're in the Chicagoland area, be sure to check those guys out. Friday, August 25th at Evolution Music in Downers Grove. And are you guys working on a new EP right now that's going to be coming out anytime soon, or what's the dealio?
What's
Like what I did there?
Love it.
no comment.
No
No
comment.
fucking
Okay.
comment, man.
All right. I just wasn't sure. 'cause-
No. We are working on shit. We're
Okay.
not trying to like make people wait forever. But
Yeah.
we are,
I'm just
like,
curious
we are,
if you could tease us.
We are
you know.
we are in the writing process. Like
Okay.
we've established like the core members of the group and everything and
Yeah. We're demoing right now.
demoing. We're 2 songs in. Still
Okay.
pretty early, but we're actually really excited on
2 songs in
on
and
the
a
material.
month of being a band.
Yeah.
you know?
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. So
Well, I'm excited to hear where you guys are going to be at now with Evan and Reese in the band. So I'm super excited about it.
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
We're
no
really,
problem.
We're really stoked. We're just a bunch of fanboys too, so we're just
Mhm.
like trying to write the music that we want to hear too.
Yeah, well, that's always
Totally.
you always want to write the music you want to hear. If you don't want to listen to your own music, then why would you write that?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
Because I know that's what I did when I was writing songs. Like I liked listening to what I would record, or
Yeah. You gotta be stoked.
yeah, because you got to play
stoked on
it.
Yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
got to play it how many times
Yeah.
for how long. So yeah, definitely. All right. So make sure you check these guys out, and thank you again for being on the show.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thanks for having us.
Nope. Did you just assume my genre? That is the new catchphrase here at Pop Punk and Pizza. Once again, give a round of applause to Evan and also Dave of Night Terrors. Thank you guys for being on the show. Before we go, once again, want to remind you the Green Day tribute band I play in, St. Jimmy, has a show coming up Sunday, August 20th at Basecamp Pub and Eatery in Lisle, Illinois. So if you happen to be in the area that day, come on and stop in and say hello. It's going to be a great show. It's a 90s Palooza Fest. So there's tons of 90s tribute bands playing besides St. Jimmy. The doors are opening at 11 a.m. that day. St. Jimmy is hitting the stage at 4:30, and it's all ages, so it's open to anyone. Get your tickets at ticketweb.com, and I hope to actually meet you at the show. If not, we can always keep in contact on social media. Pop Punk and Pizza Podcast on Facebook. Their Twitter is Pop Punk Pizza Pod. Instagram, Pop Punk Pizza Podcast, and of course the Bangarang Radio pages. Facebook is just Bangarang Radio, and Twitter is at Bangarang Radio. You can always reach me on Twitter at On Air with JJ, and if you want to be a guest on the show, if you want to submit your music to be played on the show, shoot me an email at bangarangradio@gmail.com. I'd love to get you on the show, so send me links to your music and EPK. That is always helpful as well. And if you want to catch up on previous episodes, go to bangarangradio.com. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, or you can watch the YouTube version. Most times there is a full version up on the YouTube channel. Sometimes I only have just snippets because it just depends on how much time I have that week. So anyway, you can hit us up on YouTube and subscribe to the Bangarang Radio channel there as well. I'm Jacques Lamour. Have a great week, and hope to see you all soon.
Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza. Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza.